Hello folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. So I thought I would do a quick video on what I've done to the North Yorkshire Moors Railway route since the last time you saw it. So as you can see, I'm just setting up the deltic here with things like a headboard. That'll do. We also need that's now set up. So basically I'll show you what we've done, well what I've done since last time you saw the route. And then we'll go for a ride with the deltic up to Gothland. So the track work on the North Yorkshire Moors Railway part has stayed exactly the same, but the network rail part's been added. So, but stuff's been done in the station, like you can see the station building, little shelters on each side, on platform 1 and 2 and 3. And if we come back here, we can see I've extended the platform. This platform 1 extension was already here before. So that's this one here. I don't know if you can see it very well. The mouse very well, but I've added these two. So yeah. Now for the network rail Gromont station, it's on a curve. So I've used the VR Haysville one, which is the Australian route one. But the only thing is, it comes with this really annoying little bit of track that you can't do anything about in order to get rid of it. So I thought I'll turn it into like a little sort of disused bit of track, and I'll put a tram on it. And now the tram is being, well, it's from the London Transport Museum, as you'll see by the front of the tram, if I can get a decent shot of it. CLT Museum, and then Gromont Station. So yeah, and I've added the network rail thingy, so we can see where the stop board is. The track goes from the original wooden sleepers and bullhead track onto the newly replaced stuff, which runs out onto network rail. Now network rail stops the end of the map back here, and it also stops here, this side of the map. And you can see I've added this fence around it, and then I've added the car park and ground textures and the ballast. You can see two totally different things, the ballast and the top and the asphalt ground. Still got to extend the road, still got to do a lot of the road actually. But anyway, that's all I've done to Gromont, so station buildings and a little bit of track work. Also this signal, which you can see here, this one that we're about to go past with the 3 on the top, I replaced that one so it's more accurate with the one that's there now. So without further ado, let's go for a ride. So on the deltic, first things first, I change, turn the aid down, now. Yeah, I like about this deltic because you can actually change like the AWS isolation thing, so you'll see the sunflower thing there. If I turn it off, it turns it off there. You can also turn the carb on and off. Go at this position here so you see out. Nah. Right, so blast off. I always release the brakes and then put it into gear, and then while I'm waiting for all the brakes to release, that's when I honk the horn and give it a little bit of power. And so on my last route, the 1 and 49 up to Gothland was flat. I didn't have any gradients on that route, so this time I wanted to make it with a gradient. So as well, I did my research. Gothland Station Gromont Station is 30 meters above sea level-ish, which is where we are now. And then Gothland is, I think it's 109, no, I think it's 200 meters above sea level, so we need to climb 175 meters in between the two stations. So the gradient usually sits at about 2% the whole way up, so it's a decent gradient. It also means that it's a bit of a challenge in order to get up. So I haven't changed anything with the motive power depot. Now where the sort of head shunt siding ends, that was where the main running line ended before. Now it runs all the way up to Gothland, so we'll go and have a look at that. Might be speeding slightly. So it's 5 miles an hour across these points, and then as soon as the local is over, we can then accelerate up to 10. So you see there's a slight down gradient here. Now it's just a shame that we can't actually stop the engines with these buttons. I mean, that would be rather cool if we could, like. I think that's the boiler emergency shutdown over there, isn't it? Yeah. So basically, Mark 1 coaches use steam heating, so the reason why the Delta's got a boiler is for the steam heating, so that they can basically pump steam through the heating system in the coaches, and that'll obviously warm them up. I start to accelerate up to 10. I love the engine in this, like. Now, although it doesn't do anything, if we look at this white box above the sort of door, we can see we have, let's turn that on, train heating on and train heating off. Let's have it on, shall we? Although that button does nothing, it doesn't make the button squeak sound. It doesn't make that one light up or anything, unfortunately, which is another sad thing, but never mind. So you start to speed up to 15. Let's see, just make sure our window's clean. So we can see, as you'll see, the track floats all the way up to Growth, and that's because I'm still yet to add the embankment underneath. As you can see, it does climb up, which is a good thing. Let's turn you slightly. There. So this is the signal for the 3 points on the other side of the tunnel. I'll just let you know what they are. As you can see, we're climbing now. I'm going to open it up now and start to speed up to 25. Now we're going past the siding of things that still need restoring. I still need to add the DMUs. So we have a DMU middle car, 2 T coaches, one's in BR maroon and one's in the blue and grey, some freight things and a 4-wheel coach. That's what I've got on that siding. I think it was just the part. Now you'll instantly see that will start to slow back down. Just how steep the gradient is. So the reason why I added the gradient in was because obviously in real life anyone who's driven a loco on the line will know that it's a right challenge. So I thought actually if I can recreate that and have this as a challenge, then that'll be really good. And it's because before I tried running up here with a Ginty, the 3F one, and it just wouldn't do it. I got about this far and then it just stopped. Now the reason why I've just reduced the throttle slightly there is because we have a 20 mile/hour speed restriction coming up. Now on the other side of the speed restriction, which is after the long straight and then we go around a curve, it should go back up to 25, but I've put the speed restriction signs the wrong way around, so it will say that the limit's still 20, even though it should be 25. Oh, put a bit more. Open it up a bit more because we've lost basically all of our speed. This is by far the steepest part on my route. Yeah, I mean, you can see just where we are, we're still a long way off the ground. So I've still got to add the ground underneath, and then I'll use like an embankment spline thing, and then that'll make it all level with the track. And I've still got to add in all the bridges too. So in the train we have a first class break, first open, buffet, another first open, first Orador coach, you know, that's like a first class one. And the second, you know, that's also a first Orador, and then another brake first. So we can actually go under the train, and with us being so high up now. Oh, that's the one. I've got the Orem Light Infantry. I've got an below scale model of it. Only it's in BR green, not BR blue. Speeding slightly. No one noticed, did they? This is another really steep part. Won't move. Oh no, please don't stop, that'll be really bad. Well, we may be slightly late arriving into Gothland because we are going so slow. So like I say, we have to climb 127 meters in about 4 or 5 miles, which may not seem too bad, but bear in mind that this is a train and the Delta is pulling almost 300 tons, and you know, it is a bit of a challenge. Right, so there's those speed signs. At 25 it'll be the other way around, but it's not, so yeah. So now we can speed back up to 25. Ignore the speedy signy thingy. I wonder how much fuel we've used because I turned on the diesel fuel thing. Well, we've used a little bit because that was on 3,999. I was on 3,999. So we have used a good decent bit of fuel. So this is about where bridge 30 will be, which is the one that they recently just replaced. Well, it's about 5-10 years ago. And then just before where this curve starts, that's where bridge 29 is. That's that one that has the 3 arches that I had on the last route before it broke. This is another steep part of the route here, you'll notice that I will climb. Get a bit more oomph. Listen to that engine. And you can see at the end here, and that there is 127 meters high, this big mound here. So yeah, we have climbed a long way, and it has, you know, it is hard to drive up here. I think even driving the M4 MT up here, which is like number 75029 Green Knight, I think even that would struggle up here. So it's a 1 in 40. Well, it's on a gradient the entire way. There's no level spots in this entire stretch of the line, even in this route. Now this may look like it's starting to go up, back downhill and flat again. It doesn't. It's uphill all the way. It's even steeper here. Excuse me folks, I'm a bit tired today. So it should start, yeah, it's starting, the gradient's starting to go back down now. Well, how steep it is, it's starting to go back down a bit. Just to power a bit now. So you'll notice that it stays at about 1% until we get pretty darn close, and then it'll start, you know, and then it's level going through Gothland. Then I've got to climb even higher up to the Gothland summit. Yeah, so it gets a little steeper here, but then as you can see, it's still going uphill. So I'm gonna leave the power on because we're about, yeah, I think we'll leave the hour on, and then we'll stop at about 10 miles an hour until we get up to Gothland. where again there's still a lot of work that needs doing. So I have tested part of this route, but I've never gotten all the way up to Gothland yet. Basically gotten sort of halfway and then slogged up and stopped. So this is actually the first time I've made it all the way up there. So there we are, starting to go back down now. We're basically level now. Oh no, didn't want to do that. I hate it when you do that, you know, you got to press on the camera thing and it does this. That annoys me. Well then, we've made it up to Gothland. It does look like from this angle that we're about to fall off the face of the earth if we go any further backwards. So there's still a lot of work. Oh, don't want to go on map view today. So anyway, these signal boxes in. I've still got to add the track on top of here, but this time I'm going to add the gates because before I never used it. You know, so there wasn't really a point in having it really. I've still got to add the sleeping coach thingies in. In fact, no, I'll do it now. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this update, then please leave a like, and if you're new to the channel or for whatever reason you haven't already, then please consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and I'll see you in the next video.